Hello, Leo. Elsie here to do your reading for the week ahead. Leo, how are you doing? I hope you're well. Thanks so much for clicking here. I've got some oracles here. We're going to look at these first. We're going to find the overall energy for the week ahead. That's how I read. You know that if you've been here before. And then we're going to throw some tarot on top of it and get some details. So let's get into it. Leo, if you've never been here before, welcome. And there is a subscription button in the bottom right-hand corner if you decide to stay. I hope that you will. We have a beautiful Leo tribe here that is growing. And if you're cross-watching, thanks for doing that. Welcome to the shenanigans. Let's find out what's going on here. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus and Jupiter for the week ahead for Leo. Pardon me. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus and Jupiter, Leo. We've got peace, abundance, and fear. Got courage on the bottom of the deck. Peace says, I'm a being of love, and I release all negative energy. Oh, I like that. You're removing a block, Leo, is what it looks like. You're removing a block. You might be changing your mind or changing the way you do something, but I feel like coming into peace or into alignment with yourself is what is bringing in this abundance. It's like a belief system. It's like you've changed your mind, because it says the first line here, it says, I'm a limitless being. So I feel like you realize that there is really nothing standing in your way but you. That's what it feels like here. It says, I'm a limitless being and I can manifest whatever I desire in the physical reality. So you have realized that you can manifest whatever you want, and that all it takes is to release negative energy. It says, I realize that I'm testing my resolve to live in the energy of love. This is vulnerability, right? Vulnerability and fear can kind of feel like the same thing. It feels like here that you are opening up or becoming more vulnerable, but I feel like it's in a courageous way, Leo. It feels like this courage here, right, which is the strength card in the tarot, is your card. That is Leo energy. It says, I find the inner strength to face fear with confidence. So it does feel like that there's something maybe that you feel like you've lost, possibly because we've got grief here. And it says here, I understand that losing something is an opportunity to appreciate it. So it feels like maybe you lost your courage back there, is what it feels like. And I think that I feel like you are coming to a place here where you've decided that you're just going to remove that block. And I think that block is negative energy, negative thoughts, thinking I can't do it, thinking I can't have it. We've got the tankard that's come up. We'll put one more down there. Tell me about fear. Have the tiger. Let's look at the bottom of the deck first. It says here the torch. It says spiritual development. Well, there we go. I think that's what's going on here. Spiritual development, enlightenment, awareness, and understanding. So a light's gone on. That's what it feels like this is here. Teardrops. It says a great personal sorrow. And I think that the personal sorrow is maybe you're feeling sad about lost time. That maybe you're sad you didn't have the courage to do it sooner. But I feel like nothing ever comes when we want it to. Everything comes at its own time. And so I feel like you're experiencing a little bit of divine timing here is what's going on. We've got celebration, fun, and enjoyment. Look, it feels like you lift some sort of a block is what it feels like. I am a being of love and I release all negative energy. And what that brings to you is celebration, fun, and enjoyment. With the abundance card, we've got pleasure with a close friend. It really feels like whatever it is, the change of mind. I feel like I'm saying change of mind because the card is blue, and blue is and silver, sort of gray, are kind of the colors of air signs, and so I feel like you have changed your mind in a certain way. That's what it's making me feel like. It says here that that you can manifest whatever you desire in this physical reality. And I think what you desire is closeness with somebody. Pleasure with a close friend, it says. Somebody who's really loyal or someone that you're loyal to. I know that you value loyalty, so it could be someone that is loyal to you. And then we have tiger. It says doing something risky, taking a chance. So feeling the fear and doing it anyway. But that's who you are, Leo. At your core, you are a person who, it doesn't matter if you're terrified. You're going to go ahead and find your courage and you're going to do it anyway. You're a courageous person. Let's get a couple more oracles and then we'll get to some tarot here. Tell me more about Leo, please, in the week ahead. Tell me about Leo. Celebration has come out twice. I feel like you'll be celebrating something in the week ahead, and I think it's because you have moved some sort of a block out of the way. It says here, good times come from hard work. Time spent in good company. I think the hard work here is you having some sort of a realization, this enlightenment, the torch, right? And then we have dedication. And if nothing else, Leo, you have dedication. You will stick with it. You are loyal. You will stick with it until you conquer it. Bottom of the deck, we have recognition. Admiration for your hard work is coming. So I feel like people, like when it says admiration of your hard work is coming, I feel like people are going to recognize that you have broken through some sort of a barrier, that possibly it was a barrier that you thought was there. I don't think it was a physical barrier. I feel it was a mental barrier. And it feels like there's going to be some celebration here, because it feels like you chose to stay dedicated. You chose to stay loyal to yourself. And even though you had fear about something that felt risky or that you had to gather your courage to do, I feel like enlightenment is what you get from it. After this personal sorrow, teardrops here, after the personal sorrow, I feel like you get some enlightenment. I feel like that's what's going on here. Let's get some tarot. Let's talk about Leo. What else do we need to know for the week ahead for Leo? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter, please. Tell me about Leo. Tell me more about Leo. What else do we need to know? Leo, if you're interested in a private read, please look in the pinned comment. There's a link there. The information you need to book a private read is all in that link. We've got the Two of Pentacles. It feels like, kind of interesting that it shows up between celebration and dedication. It feels like you probably have been juggling for a while. It feels like you wanted to do it. You wanted to break through, have this breakthrough, this enlightened breakthrough. But I feel like you were holding back just a little bit. It feels like you're a little more in balance these days. Feeling like, even though, like, the thing is that your workload didn't get any less. Excuse me. Your workload didn't become lighter. I feel like you're still maybe working 1 or 2 jobs. It feels like nothing became lighter, but I think you did change your mind. So it feels like now you feel strong enough to be able to juggle it all, is what it feels like here. We've got the Moon energy. We've got the Two of Swords. Yeah, it's because you made a decision to move forward here. We've got the Devil energy. It does feel like in the past you were attached to something. There was something that was holding you back. It could have been possibly an addiction that you were dealing with. It could be codependency, maybe allowing people to be codependent on you, or maybe you were codependent on someone else. It could be an addiction. It could be something that I feel had you bound to the past. So it could be a thought pattern, right? It feels like, excuse me, it feels like you're coming out of a thought pattern with enlightenment. And it feels like it's making you feel lighter. It's like a celebratory time. I feel like there's a special friend in your life, Leo, somebody who is very loyal to you, a very loyal friend. And I feel like this person makes you feel very abundant when you're around them. It feels like this is somebody that you're going to be coming in touch with in the week ahead. And I feel like this person is somebody who is going to I'm going to say, stoke the flames of your courage. It feels. And in order to be able for you to get through whatever fear you've been feeling. It does feel like a little bit of nervousness, or feeling like I want to take a risk, but I don't know that it's going to work out. We've got the Moon here. And so I feel like the Moon energy always is like things aren't as they seem. And I think that that's what you learn in the week ahead, is that things aren't always the way they look on the surface. And sometimes we create fear, we cultivate fear, we're not sure if we can do it. And sometimes all it takes is someone who's loyal to us, a friend, a family member. It says pleasure with a close friend. Sometimes it's just something someone says, or does for us. Maybe this person models courage for you, and so you feel like you can be a little more courageous. So I feel like there's a decision that you're making next week, because we got 2s here, and 2s are usually about decisions. And so it feels like I was feeling a little bit of Swords energy, right? In this Peace card here, it feels like you're going to be at peace with your decision. So stop worrying about the decision that you have to make. But I feel like it's a decision that is going to put you that you're going to have to make in the 3D, and it feels like it's going to open a door to something. I feel like it's the Page of Pentacles is telling me it's the beginning of something small, maybe offering a little bit of energy, offering a little bit of time. It feels like that. Could be a small opportunity that you are going to get because of recognition of something, friendship, your workplace, possibly. I feel like there is a big breakthrough that's coming for you in the week ahead, it feels like. The week ahead is coming to this breakthrough of enlightenment. So there is something here that I feel that you knew was under the surface, or something you kept under the surface because of fear. And I think you're moving forward with that next week. Tell me more about Leo. Got the Seven of Wands. We've got the Strength card, and we have the Judgment card. So Leo, you're standing up for yourself. There's something going on here that you're standing up for yourself. You're going to speak out, and you're facing your fears. Strength is here. Courage is here. They are the same thing, right? So we do have a confirmation now that you have the courage to make some sort of really big decision. There's a big decision that's coming up for you, I feel, that is going to change your life or put you on a different trajectory in your life. And I feel like this decision is something that you've been juggling for a while, back and forth. It's like, do I stay dedicated to the path that I'm on, or do I have celebration about making this decision? I feel like this card, this particular depiction of the Strength card, tells me that someone here is facing their fears. And so I feel like you are standing up, Seven of Wands. You're standing up for yourself, facing your fears. I think you're facing the moon energy, to be honest. It could be something that was buried deep within you. So it could be shadow work. It could be something that happened back there in the past, and something that you carried through with your life. And I feel like this is the thing that you're breaking through. You're breaking through the moon energy. You're no longer feeling afraid. It feels like now you feel like you can carry the load. We do have 3 pentacles here, and so it tells me that you're sort of picking up where you left off. It's like you stopped something, you got attached to something back there, or someone got attached to you, and it feels like you're now going to be able to go forward here. With some sort of, this Page of Pentacles here does look like an opportunity or something new, or putting a little bit of effort into something. Tell me about the Page of Pentacles for Leo, please. Tell me about the Page of Pentacles. We've got the Five of Cups, we've got the Nine of Wands, and we have the Justice card. So I do feel like you you realize with this torch here, with this realization, it's an aha moment. It feels like somebody lights the torch, the light goes on, the light comes on. It feels like that. It feels like there is some sort of a spiritual step that you're taking here. And it's some type of an enlightenment or an awareness here, or an understanding. And that's sort of what these cards are saying here, that I feel like you're giving a little bit of energy or taking a step forward here because of the Five of Cups. I feel like you've realized that you spent enough time back there, that your enlightenment stage now is giving you enlightenment and saying, look, you're going to feel and regret if you don't move forward on this opportunity here. Got the Nine of Wands, and that indicates a little bit of fear, right? It indicates fear, also exhaustion and feeling resilient. Like, I wouldn't say feeling resilient. I would say it's more like, why do I always have to be resilient? Why am I always like swimming upstream, fighting the current? Like, it feels like that. You are going to get justice here. It feels like you will be making some type of a decision here with the Two of Swords. It feels like you're finally just going to do it. And you're just going to take a shot at it. That's what it feels like. You're finally going to do it. Tell me what this is for Leo, please. We've got the Temperance card, we've got the Sun in the reverse, and we've got the Page of Swords. It feels like what you're going to do is learn something. I feel like you're on the verge of growth, is what it feels like. Now, when the sun is here, the sun is the sun. The sun is warm, it casts light, you can see everything clearly here. And I feel like what we're seeing clearly here is that you are going to begin to grow. I think it's spiritually you're going to be growing. We're looking at this here torch, but Temperance is about healing. It's about bringing these, bringing the water and the fire together, right? The fear and the emotions. It feels like you are getting some sort of balance here in a moment of alchemy. And although the sun is here, and I feel like you're not yet ready to grow, because for me, the sun is the sun. It's still bright. It's still a realization or an aha moment. You're not yet ready to act on it until you have a little bit more information. So we have the Page of Swords. I feel like you see this coming, or you see it in the distance. It feels like there is some sort of decision you're making to speak aloud. It feels like you're going to say what you got to say, and you don't really care how people are going to take it. Now, I know that Leo is very big and bold and doesn't usually edit themselves, but I feel like I'm talking to someone here who has been stuck back here for a while and had to make some sort of big decision to stand up to someone and face their fears. So it feels like that you wanted to say something, but it could be somebody who is you're very loyal to, or somebody who's in the family. Maybe it's a parent, maybe it's somebody that you have a lot of loyalty with. And so it feels like this healing is coming for your awareness or your enlightenment here. And the sun being in the reverse is telling me that from a distance, the Page of Swords is observing that the sun is coming and it's going to be time to grow. When the sun is in the upright, for me, it's growth, it's happiness. When the sun is in the reverse for me, the sun is still here and it's warm, but it's like laying on the beach. You don't really learn anything there, but it's comfortable to lay there in the sun. So I feel like there's something that's coming here that you're going to learn because you've been observing it from a distance. It feels like a decision is being made to grow. That's what it is. So I've been extending all of these readings, Leo, throughout the week, and I'm going to do the same for yours. If you're interested and you want to join the membership area, that's where I'm putting all of my extendeds. So please look in the pinned comment. There's a link for the to join the membership if you want to. We're going to talk about these cards here, these last 4 cards that I put down. We've got the Two of Cups. It feels like it could be for some of you, and not all of you, that maybe there is a friend that you're very close to, that you know is in your life for a reason, and this person is somebody that you've got feelings for. This is somebody that you have emotional connection to. It could be platonic, but it could be romantic for some of you, that you have someone who's been very loyal to you, and I feel like you might want to express your feelings to them going forward here. This is somebody that you've known for a while, somebody that possibly you might want to try again with, or come back around and try again with, possibly. We've got the Five of Wands, but I feel like you're holding back. It feels like you have some sort of a fear of taking a shot at something here, because it says doing something risky. I feel like what you're doing risky is admitting feelings to somebody who possibly you would rank as a friend, but you're getting feelings for them. And I feel like somebody here, either you're, for those of you who this is not romantic for, I feel like somebody here is very loyal to you and you're going to finally express that. Thank you for being so loyal in my time of hardship, the time that I was feeling in fear and didn't have the courage. You're the person who brought me the courage. For others of you, if it feels like it could be romantic, and this is like a friend that you see once in a while, not all the time, but it feels like you're going to try again, possibly, because you feel a deep connection to this person. You can't stop thinking about them. You're going to try and speak to them about your feelings, I feel is what's going on here. We've got the Five of Wands, and it feels like you're holding back, or you're wondering, is there competition? Is this person already dealing with someone else? One more card, and then we'll go into the extended. We've got the Six of Swords. You're going to do it. But I feel like you're going to do it when you feel this moment of alchemy here. And the Temperance is more like a shift of energy. And when you get that shift of energy, I feel like the Six of Swords it's go time. We're going to move. I'm going to move on it. I'm going to do it. So we're going to talk about that a little bit in the extended. Bottom of the deck, we have the Hierophant. It feels like you're gaining confidence. You're gaining stability. You're sort of digging your heels in. This is something that I really want. This is the path I really want. And I want to make something right. So we're going to go into the extended. We'll talk about that. We'll talk about these 4 cards. And yeah, I'm going to leave that right here. Thank you so much for being here and watching. I do appreciate you. I'm going to go for now, but I'll be back because I'm always back. You guys take care. Have a great Sunday. Bye-bye.